Tiff, we're back for another Tiff Talks, and I want to say happy new haircut.
A bit fuzzy. It's a bit fuzzy on the top. It'll grow out. You know.
I don't know why the guys are calling you a hedgehog, but no, that's very good. And we're straight in today. We've got a lot to go through. And first and foremost, did you know we're raising a bit of cash at the moment on Crowdcube? How about that?
I saw that, but it went right over me fuzzy hair. What is Crowdcube? Crowdfunding?
Crowdcube is where you, we need to expand, we need to grow. We're doing a lot of cool stuff with some brands and manufacturers, as well as our own YouTube channel.
Does this mean you might start paying me as well?
Maybe if we get some money, we might start paying you a little bit of cash. So people can effectively be part of the business.
Well, no, it's a great idea. I'm investing my time in it, so, you know, people should invest if they can.
Do you know what? I don't know whether it's going to put people off or incentivize people, but if they invest more than £100 and they get shares in the company, they get a signed book by you. That's a bargain.
You're buying those from me, aren't you? Obviously.
Of course.
I haven't got many stocks left. I haven't got much stock left.
But we want make rates on those. So Crowdcube, we'll put a link here. Check it out if you're interested. That's pretty exciting for us. And
how do you find this crowd link?
We'll put a link on this video up there or up there somewhere.
Link.
They're very clever
link
people.
To Crowdlink.
I get great pleasure and satisfaction in throwing them in the back.
Yeah, I'll clear it up every time.
Oh, number two. We don't know the order of these. I knew the order of that first one because it's on the front page. But number two, I was in hysterics. You called me into your study, into your office, and said, watch this. I'm going to show you a lap of Thruxton and M4. If you, assuming I had no neck muscles, it's clear left. And I did not even believe what I saw. What were you thinking? Talk us through it.
Because every time I go out in the morning at Thruxton before I do my passenger rides, I have to check the camera's all working. And I'm always a bit tired in the morning, so I get on Thruxton. And literally I sort of drive around like that first thing in the morning, only for a couple of quarters, just to wake my body up. And I thought, wow, I might as well film that for a laugh. Because it demonstrates the G-force.
It did not demonstrate the G-force.
It does. If you look on the bottom of the screen, there's a little G meter which goes the map of the circuit, and that's what you get. If you come passenger at Thruxton, that is exactly the information you get. So
it was very good.
It's a visual demonstration of the effect of G-force that your body has to resist.
I have to say the comments on our YouTube have been hilarious. I've really enjoyed watching them. Moving on to some more serious stuff. What do you think the average age of a car buyer, a new car buyer in the UK is now for a new car in the UK?
Well, with all this contract hire buying stuff, it must be coming lower. It must be like 25 or something.
Well, it's not actually, because contract hire, of course, the companies are buying
contract
cars.
buying.
Contract buying, okay.
Or hire. Is it called contract hire?
Contract hire
These
is
3-year deals. What's the official word?
That's like a contract hire or leasing.
Lease.
So it's
well, that must be bringing it down because it's more. No,
you'd be amazed. It's actually the average age of a new car buyer in the UK now, according to this very clever man here, 51 years old.
So we are the perfect average between me being slightly older than that, you obviously being a lot younger than that number, for influencing real car buyers. All these influencers that go, wow, me, are aiming at the wrong market.
Well, actually, that's a good point, because our demographic on our YouTube channel and our different social networks is much higher than what you would expect for automotive. So,
but it doesn't mean to say we're not down with the kids, because we're still down with the kids as well.
I don't know about that. Fiat have been seen testing a GT4 race car based on the Abarth 124 Spider, which I really didn't like the 124 Spider.
GT4, what, Porsche?
Car. No, it's a
Well, when
Fiat.
you said GT4, I immediately thought Porsche.
It's not Fiat, it's an Abarth.
So an Abarth GT4 race car. Good, great to see the name Abarth coming back.
Yeah,
GT4 is a great entry-level GT series, like that.
And I guess that will be a bit like... they're
not going for a production car lap record around any circuit.
No, nothing like
Good.
that.
A race car.
And we've gone from one... and it's nice that you appreciate these sort of cars, because actually getting behind the wheel of something like this is...
Well, Abarth's a lovely name, and Abarth is a name that needs to keep on coming back stronger and stronger.
Yeah, you know, I've got a nice Abarth you can borrow anytime.
Oh, not that yellow thing.
Another top secret undercover shot here is their Ares design Panther. They're calling it the Panther. So it's a 5.5 litre-ish, 650 brake horsepower.
Tell me it's like £90,000.
515,000 euros.
£500,000. What, this is for an unknown manufacturer?
Well, they would beg to differ. They're fairly well known, but only in certain circles for sure. Wow. Pop-up headlights, the return of pop-up headlights, like the old Porsche 928 and many others. Yeah, so I think that would be quite good.
Awful camouflage, though.
New supercar, we'll see about that. That one is going to go in the back for now. Oh, Bugatti have launched a new option for the Chiron called a Skyview, which in normal terms is a sunroof. But it's a sunroof that probably, I'm sure, doesn't even open. But it's got 2 glass bits either side, 27 millimeters of extra headroom. Well, that's handy for me, isn't it?
But can you convert your existing Bugatti by getting a tin opener and cutting the roof open?
Can you
or have you got
imagine?
to buy the whole new thing to get that roof?
I'm going to hazard a guess that you've got to buy a whole new Chiron to get that
What's
roof.
that, 1.5 million, 2 million?
No, and the rest 2 million plus. So for the Chiron.
Well, waste, put it in the bin.
But let me tell you, Chiron, no, I'm a big Bugatti fanboy. We can't put it in the bin just yet, but they're also going to do a T-top, like a Targa top as well, which would be quite interesting. So I would hold fire on that and personally get the T-top. Oh, come
Personally,
on.
you can't afford to run this TV channel, let alone buy a £2.5 million Bugatti.
Personally, come up with these things. Aston Martin created a Volante Vision concept design to explore luxury personal air mobility.
Being it.
It's so far away. Why is this even in here?
It's just a bit of fun.
It's just
PR,
because it says
it's PR.
Aston Martin. Oh, GT4 again. We mentioned it with Abarth, but now Porsche. Porsche have built a rally car based on the older generation GT4 Cayman. It looks like the old RS 2000.
Oh yeah, the Ford. Yeah,
doesn't it? That looks great.
The lights make it.
That'd be a bit of fun. It's nice with the white as well. For now, the company is calling it a concept study, but does beg the question as to whether Porsche will look to produce more than one of the new generation GT4 replacement. Who wrote this? It's good that it's included, but who wrote
concept.
it?
You didn't tell me it was a concept. Bin it then.
There's another concept coming swiftly behind.
I only like real things that are actually happening. What's that? It's not, I can't even see a car there. I can see a couple of headlights.
Well, it's going to be released at Pebble Beach, the new Audi concept, the PB18 e-tron.
No, forget it.
And apparently the Bugatti Divo and the eventual SVJ will be at Pebble Beach as well, which is happening this week.
Can we go to Pebble Beach? Can we please, Dad? Oh, come on, Dad. Can we go to Pebble Beach? I've always wanted to go to Pebble Beach.
Yeah.
I might see Clint Eastwood.
You see all the lovies.
The mayor, is he still the mayor of whatever it was?
He was the mayor of Carmel,
village,
which
Carmel.
is on 17 Mile Drive. Absolutely beautiful place.
Can you get me to play a round of golf at Pebble Beach?
Oh, that'd be nice. Well, not when the car week's on, because of course there are cars parked all over the golf course.
Good point.
Maybe we'll get invited one year. How about that? That'd be nice. Well, you'll get invited, I won't.
Well, all the historic racing goes on. The other half of Pebble Beach,
exactly.
not just the concourse, they have an amazing historic race meeting down at Laguna Seca or whatever it's called now.
I've been once. I slept on the floor of somebody's travel lodge because the hotels are so expensive. I went.
I'm not sleeping on your floor.
Everybody thinks it's so
if you're
glamorous.
bringing in the idea that we go to Pebble Beach and I sleep on your floor, forget it.
You go and stay in a 2-star hotel for $1,000 a night. It's a crazy place. Anyway, somebody that's not going to worry about $1,000 a night is Daniel Ricciardo. He is leaving Red Bull. What do you think about that?
I know. It shocked me. I didn't. I mean, I'm usually quite good at seeing things coming, but the point is, when you think back slightly, that when it was told that he wouldn't get the Ferrari drive, he had a bad weekend and he was obviously very upset. So he obviously was desperate to get away from the baby bubble with the love in between Dr. Marco and his little baby Max. And I think he just felt frozen out. You know, Max was getting paid more than him. He was obviously going to be the big star. So I think when you look back, he was obviously looking for somewhere to go. And
Daniel Ricciardo is absolutely brilliant for F1.
A proper racing driver.
Absolutely brilliant. And he always has a smile on his face.
Yeah.
You know, big respect for that man.
Yeah.
And I wish him every success.
Yeah, I hope it works. So do I. I really hope it works.
I don't know whether it is going to, Daniel. I hope you've gone into this with your eyes wide open. But I hope it does work.
And he's got to beat Hulkenberg. I'm a big Hulkenberg fan, so it's not that simple. He'll even be, the fastest Renault driver.
But he will certainly be number one within that team. He will.
No.
You don't think so? They're going to say.
No, there'll be equal equipment.
Okay, we'll see. Well, this is kind of a very eclectic mix today. We've got Volkswagen have launched a Grand California camper van.
Good.
Wow, that's wonderful.
I love camper vans.
It features an 840mm by 800mm bathroom omelette with toilet shower and an integrated toilet roll dispenser. Wow, that's just magical.
And hold on a minute, the last words were the best. An integrated toilet roll
dispenser.
Wow. I've got to buy one now.
I'm going to carry on with these features because the features are very good. There's also a standard pop-out electrical step by the sliding door to aid access, a table for 4, twin swiveling front seats, a Bluetooth speaker system throughout, Wi-Fi, and an integrated satellite dish.
Wow.
Let's put an order in. I bet you that's 100 grand. Pounds.
Yeah, will be. Yeah.
It's got to be. Got to be. I wonder what the price is. If you know, please let us know in the comments below. That'd be very good. Oh, Honda Civic Type R, new front-wheel drive record. Now, so we can talk about this.
You know you're going to upset me.
But
why do you print things you know are going to upset me?
We didn't print it. This, I don't even know what's coming here.
A new lap record. Well, who else was there? What category? Who were the regulations? Who were the scrutineers? Who checked what tyres they were running?
Oh, we don't go into those sort of details. I believe them. If they tell us they got a lap record, I'm going to believe them.
Yeah, but so what?
Tiff, we have got something
It's just a number on a stopwatch.
epic coming up with Honda Civic Type Rs.
Good.
We have got coming up, thanks to Honda Heritage and some very nice owners, we've got the history of every single Honda Civic Type R coming up in a week or so's time.
But there's only 4 of them. We're on the 4th generation now.
You wait and see, I'm going to surprise you, because actually the 4 from the UK, but there's also 2 that came from Japan that you couldn't get in the UK. So that's going to be amazing. Can't wait to do that.
6.
I'm really excited about doing that, because the Honda Civic Type R gets so much love and support.
What was his lap record? The where?
It doesn't even say how fast it was, to be honest with you.
Where?
So, okay, so they're going to various European circuits, like Estoril, Silverstone, Spa, Mangy Cours.
What record are they challenging?
Front-wheel drive car.
Front-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Racing tyres, not racing tyres.
We don't go into that level of detail, Tiff. We just take their word for it.
Meaningless.
It doesn't matter. Volkswagen Beetle, as we know it, is quietly going out of production. 21 million cars over a 65
It never quite took
lifespan.
off, that new
It
shape,
didn't.
though, did it? Didn't
And it was
quite
really
hit the
funky.
spot.
But it's been like that since it came out in
I know.
1990s.
So they've given up on it. There's not going to be another one.
No.
What you're saying?
Well, there's
That's
rumours.
sad.
I've heard rumours there's going to be some sort of EV model of this. So we'll see. But wow, you know where most of the Volkswagen Beetles are?
Scrapyards, probably.
Oh, Tiff.
Rusty.
Mexico City. They were the official taxi.
Mexico City.
They were for years and years and years the official taxis.
Didn't they build the Beetles in Mexico?
Mexico City. From Volkswagen to Volkswagen. Volkswagen have created a Volkswagen Jetta with over 500 brake horsepower.
Right.
And is aiming to surpass 208 miles an hour when they run at Bonneville Salt Flats.
Fine.
Okay, and that's the aim of trying to break a record of the BGC C-Class, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, no, don't blah, blah, blah. Because that, right, is a record with an official category, with officials checking it. So that is trying to beat something in a set category. Not just
But it's
fastest
going in a
front-wheel drive.
straight line.
Yes,
All
it's not my
right.
cup of tea either, but you know.
2-litre 4-cylinder turbo engine. Amazing what you get out of small engines now, isn't it? It's, and it's got some rear parachutes, so just what you need if you go to the supermarket.
Oh, it's not my cup of tea, but at least it's entering a competition.
Liberty Walk, you know Liberty Walk, they make sort of body kits on Ferraris and stuff. They're from Japan. They're very funky.
No.
They've done the same.
Where are they based? UK?
No, they're Japanese.
Oh, Japanese company.
So, but they've done exactly the same with this Suzuki Jimny. Well, that's Liberty Walk.
It's not silly money. It's a bit of fun. Or they silly money Liberty Walks.
Well, Liberty Walks typically are, but it looks a little bit like the G-Wagon, actually, the Mercedes G-Wagon.
Yeah.
But no, I think what they've done with the 458s and stuff is really cool. The Liberty Walk 458s, which I'm sure there'll be one on the screen somewhere that you'll have to have a look at because you don't even know what we're talking about. Oh my goodness, there's so many camouflage cars in this list, but we've only got 1, 2, 3 left. The Hyundai i30N Fastback has been photographed testing on Nürburgring ahead of its launch. Okay, so this is a fastback version of the i30N.
Good little car.
Hyundai.
Good car. Quite
Good
like
car.
Hyundais at the moment. They're doing rallying, leading the World Rally Championship at the moment. So I like it. It's a popular little car, the 130.
Well, I'm very, very glad that you like them because we're also doing a test soon. What can we call it? We can't call it a poor man's hot hatch, but it's maybe not so extravagant hot hatch. So we've got the Hyundai i30N, we got the Mini JCW, Renault Megane. That's quite expensive, but so we got a nice.
Yeah, Megane's going to blitz everything. Always does.
I think it probably will.
It always
actually.
does. They have those track day tires, so they're very track focused. The
But
Megane.
we shall see. Don't dismiss the Hyundai i30N just yet because it's supposed to be very good. And they've got a new boss, Albert Biermann, who joined from BMW's M division. So, and he says he's going to encourage a more playful setup on his models. Ooh, playful.
I'm all with that.
We're all for that. Bowler. Bowler or bowler?
Bowler.
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 Bowler has shown its next model which bucks the trend of off-road only vehicles for its one that's road legal. Okay, so it's now doing a V8, it's effectively Land Rover Defender V8, 399 brake horsepower Defender. Why do they put brake horsepower on this? I wish you'd go for horsepower. When you look at this, I wish you'd go for horsepower because it's just, it's better, isn't it?
How many brake horsepower is it?
399 brake horsepower.
Ugh. Well, I don't know what that'll be, 410
But
probably.
you imagine it gearing in it, you'll be changing gear
But
in
is that
5
on
minutes.
a Land Rover chassis or is it their own complete?
No, it's based on the Land Rover Defender.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. It hasn't got a name yet, so we shall see about this bowler, what the bowler is going to be. And
Why have you got an all snotty nose about Bowler all of a sudden? They're good, fun Parry-Dakar machines,
because I'm
Bowler.
embarrassed I can't pronounce it, Tiff.
So you can make a mockery of the name just because you can't pronounce it
I
properly.
didn't have the elocution lessons like you when I was younger. But last but not least, the BMW Z4 has been leaked. The new Z4's been leaked prior to Pebble Beach. I don't like the fact that nothing is secret anymore.
I know.
You can't keep
Well, that's
anything
what's sad
secret.
about, you know, the London Motor Show, where I'm, you know, the president of the London Motor Show. Wonderful affair. There's no longer those secret suddenly launch. In the 60s and 70s, you know, Ford would take that cover off their new Ford Cortina that nobody's ever seen before. Whereas, as you say now, there's no sudden wow.
Yeah, it's a real
It looks
shame.
good though. I can't look too hard. I'm driving, but
It does look very good. It's going to be 3-litre 6-cylinder, same as the M240i engine,
Yeah.
but it should be about 350 brake horsepower, according to these notes. And that's us done, Tiff. Another Tiff Talks wrapped up. Anything you want to say?
No, just what do you do thing at the beginning?
Like, thumbs up, subscribe, share.
No, the thing, crowdfund.
Yes, absolutely.
And what else have I got to tell them to do? And watch Lovecars.com with me showing how to go around a racetrack fighting G-forces just for
that
fun.
video, you haven't seen that video, that's what you have to look at next, please.
Bye.
Bye.